It is spring in Korea, and near the village of Changhung, cranes and blue herons come back to a special tree. Here they prepare their nest, waiting for the birth of a new generation. Nearby, a farmer performs an ancient ritual handed down for many generations. In modern Korea, these oxen are seldom seen. Machines have replaced the ox, but there is something beautiful about seeing this farmer's close connection with the earth. The program you are about to see is a brief visit with Korean ceramic craftsmen who work closely with earth. These artists will display their unique ways of being with clay, creating objects that grace the earth and sky, and using fire to make them permanent. Throughout Korea's rich history, her artists produced a variety of ceramic ware. Early history found smoke-marked earthenware and polished blackware. The Three Kingdoms period pierced and stamped stoneware and sculptural drinking cups. At the beginning of the Koryo dynasty, celadon came into Korea to Kongjin, a county near Changhung. The Koreans carved their ware and inlaid it with white and black clay slip, a Korean innovation. When the Chinese saw this technique, they called it first under heaven. During the Chosun or Yi dynasty, humble Korean rice bowls became cultural treasures in Japan, where they were used for tea ceremonies. The love of Korean pottery by the Japanese is widely known, and many of Japan's famous pottery processes have their roots in Korea. 2,000 years ago, there were three kingdoms in Korea: Goguryeo in the north, Paekche in the west, and Silla in the east, with Kaya, a village state, in between. Silla and Kaya are known for their beautiful pottery, while Paekche is famous for its tiles. Modern Changhung in South Chola Province lies within the boundaries of what was once the kingdom of Paekche. We are on our way to Changhung to visit Han Hung Jun, a roof tile maker. His studio was built many years ago. We are told that this building is cool in summer and provides good protection against the summer rains and winds of autumn. Han Sung-Seung-Nim is Korea's living cultural treasure number 91. The term Sung-Seung-Nim, or teacher, while not specific to human cultural treasures, is an honorific title designating his position. Han Sung-Seung-Nim's immediate demeanor belies his wisdom, for he has Han, the universal Korean spirit. It is also said that he is Jang-in, a master. Jang-in people are calm and sincere and have pure spirit. It is a spiritual state that comes from deep artistic dedication. But to seek Jang-in would be to diminish the possibility of having it. Master Han is a man close to the earth, yet he works to create objects that touch the sky. Like the ox and plow, handmade roof tiles are being replaced in Korea by more modern technology. The methods used by Master Han have produced tiles that have lasted more than 300 years. Their slight imperfections allow the roof to breathe. Machine-made tiles, on the other hand, fit so tightly that they have been known to cause the roof to rot. Tiles made of cement or plastic have to be repainted every few years, or wind and rain will wear them down to clumps of sand. Master Han explains to us that the rice field is very important to roof tile making.
I draw a lot of things from the rice field in making tiles. The most important thing might be rice stalks. I make the thatched roof for the studio with them, and I weave them into blankets. I also cover the tiles with them before rain. I use them inside the kiln. When I dry tiles, I put them between the tile. I also have to eat rice to work, so you have still another important thing we draw from the rice field.
When the clay is seasoned, it is dug from the rice field and brought to the studio by Jigay. This farmer is using this ancient carrying method. The straw roof you are looking at covers a shed which Master Han also made. Its walls are composed of raw clay, stone, and broken roof tiles. Like the rice straw covered studio, it is a testimony to frugality, ingenuity, and simple beauty. Next to the shed are stacks of fired roof tiles waiting for purchase. Unfortunately, the wait for customers could be long. Koreans are turning to the machine-made roof tiles in spite of their poorer quality. Master Han and his successor Cho Sung-mo, who holds a master's degree in ceramics, are the only two people remaining who continue the ancient hand method of tile making.
이건 주로 논밭에서 파서 쓰지.
Clay has become expensive these days. Before the new village movement, everybody's rice field was crooked, and there was always some scrapped land. We were allowed to use the land from the scrap field. With the new village movement, everyone's rice field became square or rectangular. There was no scrap land anymore. Now we have to pay for the clay we use and replenish the land and make it all nice and neat.
Once the clay is at the studio, it is shoveled, pounded, sliced, and foot kneaded until it is ready to form the tiles. Every tool, from the slicing wire with rice straw handles to the hand-hewn wooden shovel, has been made by Master Han. He once said that if he were given a rice field and some trees, he could make roof tiles. The buildings, kiln, tools, everything comes directly from the earth. Very few people in America or Korea have witnessed Korean tile forming processes, so we invited these artists to Wayne State University to demonstrate, record, and preserve their ancient arts. To make the tiles, long wires are first placed in measured locations on the floor of the studio. On these wires, large pieces of kneaded clay are thrown. Once the stack of clay is in place, it is sliced with the ground wires into a long loaf. From this, the slabs used for forming the tiles are cut. Master Han has made all of his equipment. Since two major types of tiles are used to create a roof, two kinds of wheels or molds are used to form them. The first, male tile, is smaller, and its wheel mold consists of a vertical wooden core around which the clay slab is placed. The clay must be smoothed and integrated before the inner core can be removed.
I was visiting my aunt in Posung when I was talked into helping her husband, who was a roof tile maker. I was about 14. I did all the miscellaneous chores and errands for him. My aunt and uncle became so used to me that I ended up staying there 3 years. In 3 years, I learned quite a lot about tile making. My uncle would, for example, tell me to transport the tiles to the kiln or prepare the clay. He called me an errand boy, but I was in fact his assistant in tile making. I guess I wasn't too bad since he hired me later. It was the year when Korea was liberated from the Japanese occupation, when my uncle showed up and offered me wages 3 to 5 times as much as an average farm laborer was making. On top, he paid room and board. Of course, the pay was in rice rather than cash back then. I didn't take any time in making the decision to follow him to Changhung, and I have never stopped making tiles since then. Before my uncle died, he came over to Changhung to see me once after the war. For the first time, he taught me different things about making tiles and how to fire and so forth. I succeeded him in his position as foreman formally when I was, I think, 25. I call the tiles I fire my tiles. My tiles have mostly been used for ancestral homes or ritual houses, Buddhist temples and private homes. I don't have one particular building that I like best that has my tiles on it.